You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Just believe in it, believe in it. You can do whatever you want.
Hello everyone, welcome to Executives After Hours, a Leadership Perspective. It's me, this guy, Dr. James Kelley. This week's topic is pettiness in the workplace. Before we get to that topic, though, I want to quickly remind you to head over to my website, www.drjameskelley.com. That's drjameskelley, Kelley.com, to get your free companion worksheet for the Crucible's gift. This companion worksheet really walks you through the process of how to value relationships based on finding examples from your past, examples of excellence, if you will. And you can also find out where to get my book, whether it's on Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble, or any of those places. So head on over there and get it. All right, pettiness in the workplace. I was thinking about this topic probably late last week, over the weekend, and it really struck me that the tone of a lot of leaders that I know tend to be, the negative ones, tend to be from a position of pettiness. They tend to want to break people down to lift themselves up. They tend to nitpick things that don't really matter in the greater scheme of things. So if you're a leader, here are some things that actually happen which you may not actually think about if you live with pettiness, if you lead with pettiness. You're creating a negative culture. You're actually making yourself unhappy. You are less engaged with your colleagues, your followers. You are more judgmental, which in that of itself, being judgmental should be criminal, because it just kills you to judge everything. It's so exhausting to do that. And so if you imagine actually putting your pettiness aside, being bigger than that, thinking bolder than that, being above the fray of what doesn't really matter on a day-to-day basis, and focusing on the relationships in the organization, focusing on what's right with something. You know, when we have pettiness, we're really starting from a deficit position. Without pettiness, we're starting from a strength position. We are happier individuals. We are more collegial. We're more persuasive and trusted. I think that's a really important thing we don't think about. But if you aren't petty, if you aren't the one at the water cooler, acting out, starting rumors, or at least moving the rumors down the chain, you start to be trusted. You start to be valued from a different perspective. And finally, and I think this is most importantly, when you hit the pause button on pettiness, when you catch yourself being petty, but you correct it, you're actually increasing your emotional intelligence. You're strengthening that muscle. You know, your emotional intelligence your emotional IQ is not fixed, I don't believe. I believe it does grow if you practice it, if you flex it. So, this week, if you find yourself being petty, hit pause. Think about the impacts of what happens, not only for yourself, but for the organization as well. All right. Now, for any of you out there looking for half-day seminars around strength-based approach for deciding on strategies and visions, or getting in collaboration together, co-collaborate, please go to my website, ping me, find me, and I'll love to have a conversation with you. All right. Till next week, everyone. Thank you.
You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Just believe in it.